Have you ever found an old nickel in your pocket change and wondered if it might be worth more than 5 cents? Well, you're not alone. Among the most common yet intriguing coins floating around in collections and change jars is the 1990 Jefferson Nickel, also known as the 5-cent coin. At first glance, it might look like any ordinary coin, but once you dive into its details, history, and potential value, it turns out this little nickel has quite the story to tell. Let's explore what makes the 1990 Jefferson Nickel so special, what features to look for, and how much it could be worth in today's coin collecting market. First up, a little background on the Jefferson Nickel itself. This coin has been in circulation since 1938, replacing the Buffalo nickel, and it features none other than Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States. The portrait of Jefferson on the obverse, front side, was designed by Felix Schlag, and it remained relatively unchanged for decades, including the 1990 version. The reverse side of the coin showcases Jefferson's home, Monticello, an iconic structure that has become synonymous with the Jefferson nickel. Monticello is beautifully detailed on this coin, with the name curved along the bottom and the denomination 5 cents printed clearly underneath. Now, let's zoom in on the 1990 edition. This particular year doesn't mark a key anniversary or historical event, but it's a year collectors keep an eye on for several reasons. 1. It's an older coin, which means finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition becomes increasingly rare. 2. There are varieties and errors from this year that can fetch surprisingly high prices. Let's break down the minting process of the 1990 Jefferson Nickel. These coins were struck at 3 U.S. mint locations. Philadelphia, no mint mark. Denver, mint mark, D. San Francisco, mint mark, S. Proof coins. Coins minted in Philadelphia will have no mint mark. Those from Denver will show a small D to the right of Jefferson's ponytail, and San Francisco issues carry an S, but these are proof coins, made especially for collectors. Let's talk about the mintage numbers. This tells us how many were made and gives us insight into rarity. 1990, P. Philadelphia around 597 million coins. 1990, D. Denver around 570 million coins. 1990, S. San Francisco, proof around 3.3 million coins. As you can see, the Philadelphia and Denver issues were produced in large numbers, so most 1990 nickels you find in your change will probably be worth face value, just 5 cents, unless they are in excellent condition or feature a mint error. Now let's explore the coin's design and features more closely. Obverse side. Portrait of Thomas Jefferson facing left. The words, "In God We Trust," on the left. Liberty, and the year, 1990, on the right. Mint mark, if any, just below the date. Reverse side. The image of Monticello. E pluribus unum, at the top. Monticello, underneath the building. 5 cents, and United States of America, at the bottom. The design might seem simple, but what makes coins from this year valuable are errors, proofs, and high-grade uncirculated examples. Let's talk about errors first. These are the true gems for collectors. Some valuable 1990 Jefferson Nickel errors include off-center strikes. These occur when the blank planchet is not properly aligned with the dies, creating a coin with part of the design missing. If it's more than 10 to 15% off-center and still shows a full date, these can be worth $20 to $100 plus depending on the severity. Double die errors. These are rare but sought after. A double die occurs when the die itself has been imprinted twice with slight misalignment. This creates a doubling effect on the coin's text or design. If you ever find a 1990 nickel with doubling on "In God We Trust" or Monticello, get it checked. It could be worth hundreds of dollars. Clipped planchets. A clipped planchet error occurs when the metal sheet is mispunched, leaving a curved or straight edge missing on the coin. These quirky coins can be worth $30 to $75 plus. Improper alloy mix/toning. If a 1990 nickel shows unusual coloration or weight, it might be the result of an incorrect metal mixture. These anomalies can appeal to error collectors too. Now let's shift gears and talk about proof coins from San Francisco. The 1990 S. Jefferson Nickel is a proof-only issue, meaning it wasn't made for circulation. Instead, these were specially made for collectors with sharp details, mirror-like surfaces, and frosted designs. Here's a general price guide for 1990 Jefferson Nickels based on condition. Circulated, average 5 cents. Uncirculated, MS60, MS64 25 cents to $1. Gem uncirculated, MS65 plus $2 to $10. Proof, PR69 or PR72 to $10. Error coins, $20 to $500 plus depending on rarity and type. If you're wondering how to tell if your coin is valuable, you can use a magnifying glass to inspect it for doubling, off-center features, or odd shapes. You can also weigh the coin. A standard Jefferson nickel should weigh 5 grams. If yours is under or over by a noticeable amount,